Hello, in this video I am going to show you the switch statement. Switch statement is an alternative to the if-else if statement. For example, if we have a variable int num1, let's call it x. I've been calling a num1 for a lot of my videos. Say int x equals 2, and if I want to quickly check some statements, say if x equals 0, we'll run some bit of code. Let's just say is 0, and then what we want to do is maybe we want to check it all the way up to 5 with else if. That would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll have a default else. We'll print out default, change this to 1, change this to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5. So if we run it, we get it's 2, and pretty simple. But if all the condition that we're checking is if the the variable is equal to a certain value, nothing else, if we're not checking the range of it is greater than something else, or doing multiple conditions and chaining them together, then a switch statement is just easier to write. That's simply put, that's the main reason you would use a switch statement. So instead, if I comment this out, to do a switch statement, you put switch, open close brackets. In here, you put the variable that you're checking, so x, and now you put enter, curly braces. Here you put all your checks. To do a check, you put case, then you put the value that you're checking for, so 0 for example. You put colon, so more curly braces, and this is the actual code itself for this case block, and then you put print, we put print 0, and then afterwards you need to put a break statement. Actually, we probably can get rid of these curly braces, to be fair. There we go. We don't need those curly braces. And that's what you have to do. If you want to check if it's 1, you put 1 here. So you don't have to constantly be doing, else if x equals 1, because if that's all you're doing is checking if a particular variable equals a certain value, then the switch statement is a lot easier and simpler to write and a lot quicker. The next one, or the final one, we'll look at is, check is the value 5. And if you want to do a default value, you just put default colon, then print whatever your code is. Let's say if the code is, I'll put default. Again, it doesn't have to be a print statement like just as you did with the if statement. It could be whatever code you want, and then we put a break statement. I'll explain in a second what the break statement does. So if I run it, we get 2 printed out. If I was to change this to 8 or 9 for example, we get default, so it goes into here. So this is basically the equivalent of all of this. It's a lot easier just to add another case, because if I want to add another condition, maybe else if x equals 6, I have to do all of this. For this, I just do case 6, then put whatever code I want. So what is the break statement? Let me show you what happens if I get rid of these 2 break statements. So the last statement of the case should be break, continue, or rethrow. Okay, so in Kotlin, in Dart, you need the break statement. Some other programming languages, you can get away without having a break statement, and what it does, it cascades down, but it imposes the break limit in Dart. So that's how you do a switch case statement. It is essentially just a simplified conditional if statement if all you're doing is just checking for a particular value, and that's it. No advanced conditions and no chaining. Pretty simple stuff, but if you have any questions, feel free to pop me a message, and as usual, I look forward to seeing you in the next video.